Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm Chris Bianchi. Today, we've got our usual special guest to discuss COVID-19 in the Hispanic community here in Colorado. And today, we are going to chat in both English and in Spanish with Dr. Ricardo González-Fisher, a medical expert with Servicios de la Raza. And if you have a question in either English or in Spanish for Dr. Ricardo González-Fisher, please email me at chris.bianchi@9news.com, and I'll make sure that it is answered. Doctor, I'm going to switch things over to English. And with rising case numbers, I think it's really important to go over what we should do in case we do test positive. What tests should we take to confirm that we might have COVID-19?
Thank you for that question, Chris. And it's sad to notice that our caseload has been growing here in the state of Colorado. Right now, the positive rate is above 10%. It's double of the one that we expect to be in a safe position. The number of emergency visits has grown in the past week, as well as the visits to primary care for symptoms of COVID. Now, there's two different scenarios. One is if you tested positive, or if you feel symptoms and you were with someone who was positive, we have those at-home tests that they call the antigen test. You can do those tests at home. Maybe wait 5 days after you were in contact with someone who was positive, or take it right away if you have symptoms. If it's positive, you need to isolate for 5 days at home. Then go back. You can go back to work wearing a tight mask. Go back to work wearing that mask for another 5 days. The way to leave your isolation is that you don't have symptoms, you don't have a fever, and it's at least 5 days after you got tested.
So 5-day wait and wear the mask and make sure that you're not feeling any symptoms, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. With that in mind, for those, you mentioned the kind of differences between vaccinated and unvaccinated people. For those who might not be vaccinated at this point, who might want the vaccine, could you tell us about some of the vaccine efforts that Servicios de la Raza is organizing this weekend?
Thank you. Yes, we are open at the Mexican consulate to anyone. You don't have to be a Mexican citizen to go there. We have our office there in the main waiting room. You don't need an appointment, just show up and you can get a vaccine every Tuesday. After hours, and we call after hours that in the afternoon after 4 o'clock, people who are just coming out of work can come at Servicios de la Raza and get their vaccine here at Servicios de la Raza in North Denver. So here we are for people who really want the vaccine and had a chance because they were working or they didn't let them take the day off for a vaccine. Now, this Saturday, we're going to be in West High School in Aurora, starting at 10 o'clock, offering first doses, second doses, booster, and the second booster for those who require it. We're going to be there, and every service that we give is free.
So a bunch of different free ways to get it. Again, West High School in Aurora this weekend, both days at 10 a.m. Doctor, we appreciate a few minutes of your time. And again, for those of you who might be watching, might have a different question, feel free to email me at chris.bianchi@9news.com. And I'll make sure it is answered. But in the meantime, that will do it for this week's look at COVID-19 in the Hispanic community here in Colorado. Gracias a todos. Thanks especially, of course, to Dr. Ricardo González-Fisher of Servicios de Raza. And we'll see you again right back here next week.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you to everyone. And be safe.